Okay, off. On a weekdays.
Yeah, no,
Right, so which she is yeah. Because I'm already reading
this one.
I'm reading happiness
The fire. was my dog. Then you know it's there.
How many of you have ever sung the seeds? I'd love to see this song return to our Shabbat. Here is from the is 120. The sun on the treetop is no longer sweet. Come gather to welcome the Shabbat tree. Behold, descending the Holy Prophet, and with her leading of his and the bread. Come here, O King, and hear aloud. Come here, sweet Shabbat's bride. He's also to angels of welcome to Shabbat with song and with prayer. Our homes filled with light and love, hearts free of prayer. The table is set and the candles are lit. The whole house is spotless, all shining and clean. Shalom, 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 forever. Come bring angels now. Stay with us, you one, let your light shine. We'll host you with peace. song, prayer, power, and one. We'll wear festive garments with joy till you go. Dear in showers, time to breathe. Perfect rest and sweet delight. Showers meet and showers love. Bless us with thee, angels of the sun. Working drops is no longer seen. Come gather to honor the showers sweet. And when you are going, holy, oh, know that all will wait for return. Yes, still next showers will long for you until the word is through. Are in peace, angels of peace. Into Shabbos. There are three tikkunim. The three tikkunim of Shabbat. The tikkun of time, the transformation of time, the tikkun of ourselves, the transformation of us. The tikkun of divinity, the transformation in the cosmic realm. In Torah, Shabbat is offered to us as a twin zipper. What are the two zippers of Shabbat? They're right there in the Kiddush. Creation, creation, and Yitzhak Mitzrayim. Zikaron Maaseh Bereshit. The zipper. Zikaron Maaseh Bereshit. Zecher Yitzhak Mitzrayim. Zikaron Maaseh Bereshit. The zipper was in the beginning. The zipper for in the beginning, Shabbat is the day of universal sacrament, allowing us to pattern our days in a universal rhythm, a divine rhythm. Zera Yitzhak Mitzrayim. Prince Shabbos with freedom and the birth of our people, the birth of the universe. And the birth of our people really is how it was. How does Shabbos transform time? There's my celebration. Give alone my celebration. There is Shabbos Shabbos. In the beginning, and the rejected possibility. All of history spread out before us. Shabbos takes us out of linear time, out of history, so that we can see. For on Shabbos, the view is the view from Har Sinai, in which the past and the future are equally visible. Shabbos is also return to Gan Eden. Likewise, the time of their time, when both Maaseh Bereshit and the Geulah and the redemptive possibility for the universe were equally visible. In the light of Gan Eden, we can see from the beginning to the end of creation. This is the Organis, the human life, the life of the first day. For as we know, the light of sun and moon and stars was only created on God's fourth day. So it is the light of the first day. It is the light that is outside of time and space. It is to this light we sing when we say, Or Zavir Latzani. But the light of the original day of creation is just below the surface level of reality. Emerging from her sitting place in Shabbos. In Shabbos, you can even smell the scent of the garden. The scent of the garden is shifting is perfume. It is the scent of rose. The Venus perfume is the same rose. As is the era. You remember the scent of roses. If you were there when Abraham Avinu rushed to get the calf from the herds of feed, the three Malachim who had appeared before him in the heat of the day, he rushes to secure a calf from the herd, and in one sentence, he has already returned. And when people only say, that doesn't work that way, it's never that fast. What happened between the time that he rushed to get the calf from the herd and he turns to cook the meal? The calf, as you know, ran away, scampered from pasture to pasture into unknown fields, scampered behind bushes into a cave, Abraham in pursuit. He said that in that cave, the cave was not correct. That Abraham Avinu walked through the portal that opened into Gan Eden. And there were a horde of Adam and Chava. How do you know that the portal through which he might pass is the gateway to Gan Eden? This cave filled with the scent, rose. And it is like I said that on the morning of the revelation, when Moshe Rabbeinu woke early to walk by himself in the quiet of the earliest sunlight among the tents where we were all fast asleep. When the east wind rose, blew among the tent flags, carrying in its wings the scent of roses. Moshe Rabbeinu, catching the scent of roses, called out to us, "Wake up, everyone! Wake up! For the bridegroom has come to greet the bride." The scent of flowers, the scent of roses. Future and past gold in the shadows. Master of the sheep and the good rock, in the beginning, and the redemptive possibility for all of being, spread before us and fold into shadows. Cleansing time, the deep currents of time. Cleanse the brokenness, cleanse the strife, offering us the peace of perfected time. 180 and Olam Haba, like a Mobius strip touch. The bliss of Yom Shekula Shabbat. That time when the promise of Shabbat will be renewed, the healing and the repair will be perfected. There's another way of saying Yom Shekula Shabbat. We call it that time from each according to his ability, and to each according to his ability. The Olam Haba, a taste of the way that things really be, a memory of the future. And Shabbat is embedded in memory of the future. The beliefs of the way that things can be. The taste of perfected time. The twin of time. It's a twin of us. The second of the Tikkun. It's a twin of us, restoring us individually and collectively. Everything in us that is partial becomes whole. The Shammai Torah. How do you understand what that is? We speak of the Neshama Torah all the time. What is that? What does that mean? How do you know what that means? The Shabbos and the Neshama Torah. Because the elements in different heights. Yeah. Extra, sometimes people say extra style. We're just on Shabbat. But sometimes people say an extra style. Sometimes people say extra measure, an expansion, a soul expansion. What is it that we read from Malachi Hashmaya? We read the Holy Malachim. We read them with such delight because they escort with them the Neshamot that we read. So one way of thinking about that is you say to yourself, We need a taste truth of who I could be. We need a taste truth once a week of who I'm becoming. So I can keep my eyes on the prize. Because without a taste truth of who I'm becoming, the goal becomes too elusive and distant. We each need to taste the possible future in order to begin our dedication, in order to believe that it's possible. So I say to myself, what do I need this week? Has there been any way in which some of my deficiencies perhaps showed up? I asked my Yeshua Repair, I asked him to bring the Yeshua Repair an extra little saw that, like the perfect puzzle piece, fills in for me every bit of my inner puzzle, so that I can experience my wholeness. I can taste myself fully integrated, complete, shalom, Shabbat, shalom. Everything that I need during the week that seemed incomplete or partial is filled in for 26 hours. Wow. This links me with my own highest consciousness. It makes accessible to me my highest awareness. When I stay in heightened awareness, I can reach the very patterns of creation. I can touch the highest mystery. Particularly though I said, when doing Shabbos, I'm standing before the burning bush. What is the requirement? The first requirement is standing before the burning bush. Yes, you have to take off. If you remember, sandals from the ancient world, what did they have? Leather strap. No Velcro. In chicken is over to pick up your sandals. That means take off your conventional, restrictive persona. Let the neshama be full, big, whole. What can suppress the neshama? If we have to take off our sandals, if we take off the conventional restrictions of our egoic persona, well, what keeps it on? From the Shabbos perspective, Malacha. Call Malacha Malacha. Malacha. Malacha meaning being engaged in those activities in which the egoic personality is involved with transformative activities in the material world. If I'm very needed to function in the material world, which is not without value and is really required of us. But its dilemma is that it can suppress the full integration in the neshama. It keeps the doors of perception, it's not fully open. When the doors of perception are not fully open, it cannot being seen. Yet when, in order to open the doors of perception wide, miracle becomes impossible. Not only a hindrance. Yeshayahu says, to refrain from chanting Shabbat, for being busy with all your business on my holy day, and call Shabbat Onet, the joy, and the day of the infinite loving glorious, not pursuing your business. Then you will be fully present to the infinite expanse. And I will make you ride on the high places of the earth. And I will nourish you with the heritage of Yaakov, your ancestor. You have purpose, direction. The transformation of time, transformation of us. Now come with me. Transformation of the divine love. The third, the DLTI, in which we enter Shabbos as an agent of cosmic restoration. We enter Shabbos as an agent of cosmic restoration. The Holy Zohar keeps saying, all blessings that manifest in the material world, all blessings that manifest in the material world, depend upon the seventh day. For each day is part of the lattice of divine energy. The circuit board, the lattice of divine energy that we call the Sephirah, that is mapped for us. In that map of the energetic flow of divine energy, that when we experience it and then place it on paper as a map, we call it Sephirah. Did any of you ever use the app on your phone to secure a map of a journey? You know that the journey and the map are not the same thing. And yet the map is helpful as not. It even tells you back all ahead. The energetic map of the spirit can be graphed in many different ways. The menorah is one map. The Magen David, the star, what we call the Jewish star, is another map. And the familiar map of the Sephirot that we see in Kabbalistic diagrams and everywhere you look. These are maps. Draw in your mind a 6-petal flower. This too is a map. The center is Shabbos. And blessing flows to the petals from the center. If you were to pluck out the center of that daisy, what would happen? All the petals would fall away. Remove the center and you have a hole. Hollow. Hollowed out. Because Shabbos organizes and holds all of the Sephirot. She has so many names. She is called the center of the garden. She is the tree of life. She is the centermost lush royal garden. She is the heart and soul of the cosmos. She is the pupil of the world's eye. She is the center of the cosmic wheel. She is the pillar upon which the world rests. She is the middle stem of the menorah. She is Gan Eden. She is Yer HaKodesh. She is Yerushalayim. She is the Beis HaMikdash and the Kodesh Kodeshim. She is the inside of the inside, the Pnimis of the Pnimis. She is the inside of the Holy of Holies. She is the Holy Apple Orchard. She is the sister bride of Shir HaShirim. She is the fountain of blessings. She is Mayan HaBrachot. She is the fountain of blessings. And her waters flow over us on the seventh day to irrigate being, to give new vigor and life force to all of being, to everything. She is the source of life. And she is the birthing place of new souls. In Shemot, we read that anyone who profanes Shabbos, what is the punishment there? It says you could read it, anyone who profanes Shabbos would be put to death. But another reading, indeed, all of the mystics read quite legitimately, not put to death, but promotes death. That anyone who makes whole, who pulls the center out of the daisy, the wheat, anyone who makes whole, who profanes Shabbat, promotes the cutoff of blessing, because all of the blessing flows to the days of the week through the seventh day. And that flow of the blessing is suppressed by Malachim. And so anyone who makes Shabbos whole, who's a Mechalel Shabbos, cuts off the flow of blessing through the Sefirot and into the world. Because during the Yemei Chol, during the days of the week, the dominant energy is an energy of separation. When we speak about it, when we make Kabbalah, and we praise the Holy One of blessings, that power, Hamavdil Ben, who makes separations and distinctions. We offer blessings of praise to that power that offers us the gift of separations and distinctions. And if you grew up in a family that wasn't so good at boundaries, you learn to be very appreciative of separations and distinctions. And at the same time, separation and distinction has a shadow side. Otherness, dualities, me, us and them, me and you. Separations and distinctions are a gift, chocolate and vanilla, strawberries and peaches. But how I also long to overcome separation and distinction. For separation and distinction is the ultimate existential agony. No matter how much I love you, I can never really know you. No matter how much I love you, I cannot die for you. No matter how much you love me, you can never really know me. How am I long to be known, to be seen? Even within divinity, separation creeps in. The way that we speak about that is to say that Shekhinah becomes entangled in conditions which obscure divinity. Conditions which obscure divinity are called klipot, shells. Conditions which obscure divinity. But on Shabbos, you see, on Shabbos the energy shifts entirely, allowing oneness, wholeness to be more evident. At Havdalah, we use the many-colored braided candle on it, but coming into Shabbos, the white candle with the single wick. On Shabbos, we enter the possibility of seeing how everything that appears separate is united. We enter that possibility of stepping into the river of light, the river of oneness that moves through, transcends, and inter-includes and transcends all things. This taste of oneness is orgasmic. It is like a holy union, like a holy lovemaking. Everything that is sundered and separate, like a sacred marriage of opposites, a twirling of the yin and the yang of being. One way in which this unification is spoken of is as the marriage of the Holy One of blessing, the Holy One, blessed be He, and Shekhinah. Or you might say the holy marriage of all that is beyond the beyond with all that is within the within. Of the vastness of beyond and the vastness of within. Of that of divinity that is outside, exterior to time and space, and that of divinity that is embedded in time and space, that of divinity that is beyond comprehension, and that of divinity that is intimate, right here inside. With this union, the Shefa, the abundant flow of blessing, flows through the circuit board of the Sefirot, the circuit board, the step-down transformer of divine energy, from Keter all the way through to Tiferet, Shekhinah, on Shabbos, all of creation, and all of God become full and complete. This is a restoration of the harmonious cosmic mandala, a restoration of integral wholeness, a taste of integral wholeness. The message of Torah is that if human beings cease tasting integral wholeness for at least 1/7 of our days, we will forget who we are and why we are here. We will become rapacious and relentless occupiers and destroyers. Psalm 19, we read, Hashemayim misaprin kavod el, u'ma'aseh yadav magid harakim. The firmament, magid, tells of God's handiwork. But the Zohar loves to play with the Hebrew and Aramaic and prefers the Aramaic translation of the word magid, which is flow. And so in Ivrit you'd say the firmament magid tells of God's handiwork. But in Aramaic you would say the firmament, that's Bina, flows a stream of love to irrigate the field of joy. Shekhinah. Bina, the Divine Mother, flows a stream of love to irrigate the field of joy. And all of God and all of creation are saturated with light, love, joy, wholeness. So how do we do this? So the how of Shabbos has always been a question. So it's not that clear. And there was always a lack of consensus on the details. Because Torah is so unspecific. And of course, when the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, Shabbos became a new temple, a new Beis Hamikdash. So we needed to figure out how to serve there. How to be guardians of that sacred trust. We are partners in making Shabbos manifest. The whole of this cosmic shift requires our preparation, our participation. After all, we are instructed to make Shabbos, to be Shabbos guardians. We're taught both to let go and to embrace. To let go of malacha. We saw that the first time that we fully embraced Shabbos, we let go of all of the work of building the Mishkan. All of the work of the Mishkan was to build sacred space. So clearly it seemed that letting go of that would enable us to build sacred time. And of course, Heschel said this too. We let go of the work of even building sacred space and embrace oneg, celebration. We embrace the transformation of life. And on Shabbos, everything is different. Thought and speech and prayer and walking and eating and dressing, everything is crafted to pave the way for the redemptive possibility. Kabbalat Shabbat, the way in. So looking at the energy to take a little Kabbalah Shabbos journey. Great. It's always a challenge to offer these teachings in the late afternoon. So whatever you need to do to energize it, take a deep, cleansing breath, a little stretch, go for it. Because we are heading into Kabbalat Shabbat in a way that I hope will be a game changer for Kabbalat Shabbat. Because in order to enter Kabbalat Shabbat, the first thing that you need to know is the difference between a ritual and a ceremony. This may not be the first time you'll hear me speak of this, but you need to know. Oh, good, get some oxygen. Thank you. Reoxygenate. In English, the words ritual and ceremony are often used coterminously. And indeed, ritual moments are often embedded inside of ceremonies. So the three words to know here: ritual, ceremony, and theurgic. Theurgic. Because a ritual differs from a ceremony in that it is theurgic. What do I mean by that? A ceremony celebrates something that has happened. Ceremonies are wonderful. A ritual does not commemorate or celebrate something that has happened. It causes it to happen. That is a very big difference. How many of you did not ever bother attending your high school or college graduation? Did you graduate? Yes. Would you have graduated had you attended the ceremony? Yes. And you graduated even without having attended the ceremony. The ceremony celebrated something that happened. A ritual does not commemorate something that has happened. It creates and dramatizes something that is unfolding in the spiritual realm right now. It creates and then dramatizes something that is happening. It causes it to happen. In a wedding, there's a blend of ceremony and ritual. Name 2 ritual moments in a wedding ceremony. Or name 1. What is it that actually happens and what does it cause?
The rings.
Yes, the rings and
it causes the bride and groom to be set apart from one another.
what without accidentally marrying anybody here. The words.
And the officiant says, I now pronounce you spouse of the husband.
Well, interestingly, in a ceremony in which, in a non-Jewish ceremony, that ritual moment could be the officiant saying, I now pronounce you, whatever, partner, lover, husband and wife. In the Jewish ceremony, it's Harei at Mikudeshet li b'taltaat zo kedat Moshe b'Yisrael. You cannot back up. This is like severe tire damage. That is the ritual moment. A cosmic shift occurs by virtue of what is said. It cannot be undone in any way other than the beget. It's one reason why you have to be so careful when you're teaching life cycle ceremonies
in Hebrew school. It has happened. A ritual is theurgic, meaning it creates a shift within the divine realm. An unalterable, one-way shift. Right now, in which we participate. A ritual is theurgic, a ceremony symbolic. When you light Shabbos candles, close your eyes, light, close your eyes, say the words. When you open your eyes,
You're different.
it is Shabbat. It is one reason why, for those of us who are inside the notion that lighting flames is malacha, why we are vigilant to light candles before sunset, or sundown. Because for me, the notion of inaugurating Shabbat with an act of malacha really is conservative, I'd imagine. But in any case, when you proclaim it to be Shabbat, it is. The shift has happened and cannot be undone. Ritual does not commemorate, but rather creates and dramatizes a sacred event that is unfolding right now, in which we are participating. Kabbalat Shabbat is a Kabbalistic ritual. That's almost the most important thing to be said. Kabbalat Shabbat is a Kabbalistic ritual. All of the great Mekubalim interweave all of the early motifs. We name them. Shabbos bride, queen, the divine androgyny, the Shabbos soul. All of the earlier rabbinic motifs are harvested and woven together into an understanding of the drama of God, the drama of the divine realm, and the ongoing creation that is deeper and more sophisticated than ever had been understood previously. We gradually learn to understand and then to consciously enter into our own role in this cosmic drama. And so within the Kabbalistic ritual of Kabbalat Shabbat, we as a people, we as a community, take on an extraordinary cosmic responsibility. The rabbis in the Gemara have already written that if all of Israel were to keep Shabbos, the world would be redeemed. But the Mekubalim invested this understanding with a new meaning. Redeemed, that means renewed and repaired. Not just free from Mitzrayim or slavery or from exile, or from political exile. The Mekubalim invested this understanding that if we all could make Shabbos together, the whole of the cosmos would be repaired. Because Shabbos herself is a gateway of divine renewal, a restoration of integral wholeness. And it's this restoration of integral wholeness that is our work. This is our people's job. You know, organizations write mission statements. This is our mission statement. It is actually very useful to keep our eyes on the prize, because if we are going to explain to people why it is worthwhile to bother being a Jew, from my book, it better be a pretty high-level reason. Because if it's just Israel and Holocaust and its holidays, as far as I'm concerned, it's just done. Yeah, not enough. But restoration of integral wholeness of the cosmos,
That's enough.
I can say that. So what will come from that for our world is what I want for myself and for my friends and for my children and for our lives. A restoration of integral wholeness. Again, why is this necessary? Well, he said, during the week, the dominant energy is egoic, it's filled with separation. And the world needs repair and regeneration. An energy shift is essential to restore fecundity and happiness and the flow of love and the flow of compassion and vitality and Shefa. Look at the lattice of the God field. The lattice of the God field becomes worn and frayed. It's just what happens. Like your beloved old jeans. They get worn out from living well in them. But they get worn. Even within divinity, wear and tear and separation seep in. The lattice of the God field becomes fatigue. It's just how it is. It needs a chiropractic. It needs body work. It needs adjustment. That's our job. We are the holy God field chiropractors and body workers. All of the spiritual practice that we have evolved over the millennia is at the service of our mission as holy body workers of the divine, holy chiropractors of the God field. So here's some questions and some guidelines. 8 basic understandings. How to do the work. Doing the work rests on these 8 fundamental understandings. How do we participate in the divine renewal? Basic understanding number 1. Everything is in everything, and everything acts on everything. Everything is in everything, and everything acts on everything. There is a chain of being, fractals. And therefore, number 2, everything is a microcosm or a fractal of the underlying pattern of existence. Everything is a large or small microcosm or fractal of the underlying pattern of existence. The underlying pattern of existence is everywhere. It is in everything, microcosmic to macrocosmic. This is what Moshe Rabbeinu saw on the top of Har Sinai. Amidst the thunder and lightning of that electrical storm, he witnessed the underlying pattern of creation. It is there to be seen and felt. Seeing it and feeling it is not unique to Jews. Although we've been working at mapping it. This is the chakras, is also a way of mapping the underlying pattern of creation. And there are others. Because, number 3, humans are the conscious beings who experience this pattern with awareness. Every being experiences the pattern. It is the pattern. But humans are the conscious beings who experience the pattern with awareness. That's what we mean when we say we are B'Tselem Elohim. We experience the pattern consciously. We are aware that we are experiencing the pattern. And therefore, number 4, we become the point of interface between the material and divine realm. Because we are beings of matter who, with our consciousness, are aware of the pattern. So we become the interface between the material world and the divine realm. Therefore, we are energy transformers who move the energy, the shefa, up and down with our awareness. We move the energy. We are the transformers. We are the point of interface. We can move the energy from the material through the divine realm and back, from the smallest of the small to the largest of the large. And therefore, our role is critical. Because by acting on the flow, we act upon the process of divinity itself. Can we all grasp the enormity of that? By acting on the flow, there's whatever's happening inside of us, which is where we're acting on the flow. By acting on the flow, we are actually acting upon the process of divinity itself, because we are the point of interface. And everything is in everything, and everything acts on everything. Everything is in everything, and everything acts on everything. So every action of each of us acts on everything, all the way to the macro and microcosmic. Because each neshama is a nitzotz Elohut, spark of God. Each spark of God has a direct hotline connection to its root, which is the ultimate source of the spark. If you're a chip off the old block, as Reb Zalman would always say, nitzotz Elohut, every soul is a chip off the old block. Well, if you're a chip of the old block, then you're always in connection with the block. And the block is always in connection with you because you're a chip of the block. And therefore, every bit of soul work that we do impacts on the total flow. Everything is in everything, and everything acts on everything. And everything is a microcosm of everything. So every bit of soul work we do has cosmic ramifications. It doesn't affect only our own selves. That's small self-thinking. It's just me and my friends. This little fight that we're having is just here. No, not really. Because what damages the God field more than anything else? Pumping into it rage and violence, destruction. If the God field becomes worn and frayed by just ordinary wear and tear, imagine what happens when you send in a nice, healthy charge of violence. the soul work we do impacts on the total flow. Not only on our own self, but affects the entire chain of existence. And so, doing good soul work becomes pretty important. Fortunately, we have tools to do this work. We have uniquely potent tools for doing this work. They are called mitzvot. They are called mitzvot. Mitzvot are connectors to the grid. Each mitzvah revitalizes a limb of the divine body. Each mitzvah is a connector to the supernal grid and does a repair. So he cleans out the cholesterol plaque. It opens the flows of the arteries of the divine body. It opens the flow of energy in the God field. Strengthens the flow.
Holy Pastor exhibition.
Mm-hmm. So our neshamas become like tuning forks. We resonate on a particular frequency with each mitzvah. So each mitzvah like hits a particular frequency. And by resonating that frequency, it opens a point of contact. And this is why, again, the Mekubalim, preferring an Aramaic translation to a Hebrew one, said don't read mitzvah from tziburi, from commandment, but read mitzvah from the Aramaic, savata, which means connection. And so I love to translate Asher Kichanu B'Mitzotav, because you have made it possible for us to be holy beings through these points of connection. So that's great. We have lots of mitzvot. Do a mitzvah, resonate. There's a little tikkun, cleans up a little cholesterol plaque in the arteries of the divine flow. But, most mitzvot are, frankly, pretty short. Say little bracha, do the mitzvah, and then that was it. And that's where the power of Shabbos comes in. Because Shabbos is the longest mitzvah. The 26-hour open contact. Imagine the amount of repair work that you could do if you have 26 continuous hours. Which to get in there, you think about all that artery cleansing. If you had 26 hours to pump vitamins and red rice yeast through the system, as opposed to 20 seconds. That's a really big difference. And so Shabbos becomes paramount because the openness of the connection is so prolonged, that openness becomes normal. And that connection becomes really, really wide and deep. Therefore, the redemptive possibility, the repair possibility, the renewal possibility on Shabbos is deep and profound. Imagine an Edenic harmony that is restored, and all the damage and all the brokenness can be healed during that time. For 26 hours. once a week. Look, if you could get a 26-hour massage, think about what it could accomplish. And most of us, if we you get a little back rub if you're lucky. So, you see where I'm going. How is this going to be working for us? We get it that Malchut, Shekhinah, we understand is the portal through which bracha, blessing, and shefa flows into the world, and through which it returns to its source. We understand that we are the conscious agents whose actions either facilitate or hamper that flow. All of our negativity just pulls Shekhinah out of whack, out of alignment. She becomes enmeshed in the gunk of our bad karma. That's called the Sitra Achra. She becomes enmeshed in the gunk of our bad karma. And this is the spiritual condition that is known as exile. We talk about an end of exile. This is what we need. All of our negativity pulls Shekhinah out of alignment, and she becomes enmeshed in the gunk of our bad karma. And yet, through our focused intention and through the potency of our spiritual practice, which is theurgic, through theurgic ritual of Shabbat, we actually collaboratively create an inner and simultaneously a cosmic energy shift. We shift, we banish the Sitra Achra, and then we liberate Shekhinah. We free her from her entrapment in our crap. We restore a harmonious alignment. The flow of shefa is unimpeded for the duration of Shabbos. And as far into the week as we can manage, which would be a very good thing. This is the task that we begin on Friday night. The exile of the week is overcome. Harmony is restored. The yin and yang of Tiferet, Yesod, and Shekhinah are restored to balance. The electricity and the intimacy of that restoration of wholeness is celebrated with the most erotic language in the mystical literature. Because after all, what experience is it that people have that is our most ecstatic experience of surrender, of otherness and union? If not the orgasmic surrender of self in love. And so this restoration of wholeness is celebrated as a holy lovemaking, a zivuga kadisha, a heros gamos. It releases an orgasmic radiance, a glow, an afterglow, a glowing saturation, a blessing of healing, of tikkun, of repair, of harmony, of wholeness into the cosmos. The reason that you may not have heard much about this is that if the last time you learned much about Shabbos was in Hebrew school, you don't understand what it's about. Remember that this happens simultaneously inside the individual soul and inside the cosmic soul, which we call God. You think about it, we read in Bereshit. Vayichal Elohim bayom hashvi'i. Vayichal Elohim. And God made a kala. God made a kala, right, of the seventh day. Vayichal Elohim. And God made a kala out of the seventh day. Vayikadesh oto. And here we see that the word kadosh not only means holy, but refers to Kiddushin. So God made a kala of the seventh day, or the Holy One, blessed be, made a kala, brought Shekhinah under the chuppah as a kala. Boi kala, you see. Vayichal Elohim, v'yom hashvi, vayikadesh oto. And made Kiddushin with her. We also see this in Exodus. Zachor Yom HaShabbat l'kodsho. Remember Shabbat to betroth, to wed. And of course, the Zohar offers very elaborate descriptions of this Zivuga Kadisha, this cosmic coupling, which, since we remember, this happens inside the self. So this love making is healing the separation of the parts of you.
So you like you, the part.
Right, so that you, remember, because everything that happens in you, so the individual soul, also is happening in the cosmic soul.
Sure, before we move on, Vayichal is really wedded to seventh day, or is it make it Chal?
Well,
Is it changing gender or not?
well, these are all kind of gender bendering kind of phrases.
And they should talk.
Right.
And it is a
Right, so they're disregarding aspect of the genderedness of Hebrew in order to make the point that Shabbos is a cosmic wedding, and that the Shekhinah becomes the Shabbos bride, and we welcome that part of the cosmic body that is the beyond to wed with that part of the cosmic body that is the within. So the vast beyond and the deepest intimate wed each other, the yin and the yang. It's shifting. Yeah, and the genderiness of it does shift. So think about it. Think about this cosmic coupling and Kabbalat Shabbat. So our gathering, we are the chuppah. Remember, chuppah is actually not originally a canopy. Chuppah is a room. Our gathering, this room, is the chuppah. The Shekhinah, the Shabbos bride, is escorted by angels. As she comes in, everybody stands up. People sing, crown, and adorn her for the wedding. They come together when we sing out Baruch et Yud-Heh Vav-Heh. And the Mekubalim say, whenever you see the word et, Aleph Tav, that is Shekhinah. She is the Shekhinah. Baruch et Yud-Heh Vav-Heh. We are blessing the Shekhinah, and in this instance, the Yud-Heh Vav-Heh stands in for the yang of creation.
This is also a moment of the actual receiving of the
Mm-hmm.
Powerful on Friday night.
And that is the moment of the actual receiving of the Neshama Yetera. You'll see that when you read Kegavna, which if I had the time, I would chant the whole Kegavna here with you, but I will send you forth to chant Kegavna. It is there in your DLTI folios, and unlike many Sidurim which leave Kegavna out, Kegavna goes down in Kabbalat Shabbat right before Baruch Hu. It's here in the Neor Sidur, and it says, her,
Page
um,
122.
her face glows with a heavenly light, and she's crowned from below by the holy people, who themselves are enwrapped and crowned with new supernal souls. Then their prayers begin by blessing her with bliss, with radiant faces as they call out, Baruch et Hamburah. How many brachas are there in Shabbos Amidah? The Shabbat brachas. And the Kiddush. Just like a ceremonial meal. The chuppah, the challah is like a wedding cake, the white tablecloths, the candles, the flowers, the chuppah, the bride, the groom, the loving partners, the Shabbat brachas, the Kiddush, the Kiddushin. She who dwells within is reunited with her lover, and the whole of the cosmos is embraced in the sacred canopy. The Shabbat flows from Keter to Tiferet to Shekhinah on Shabbos, all creation, and the energy lattice of the God field becomes charged with electricity, charged with love. The whole of the universe is full and complete. The Shabbos fountain of blessings brings to life, where she is Umayan HaBrachot. The upper mother waters of Bina flow through the whole tree of life, through the Shekhinah fountain, source of life, source of new souls, and outward through to us, to irrigate being. All is radiant, all is renewed. Compassion flows unbounded. Our role? Well, we are partners. We are partners in the divine process of making all of this happen. Cannot happen without us. And this is why we are here. Shabbat Shalom. Will someone sing us a Shabbos with me? Sing us a Shabbos song. Shabbat